talk about, the president don't talk about, the Congress, Senate, none of them. And if you mention it to the police, they get all out of whack. Guess what it is? What's there? A Declaration of Independence and other great documents of American history. It's a thin book. It's a thin book. You see how thin that book is? But the IRS tax code is thick. It's about 7 or 8 inches thick. I want to talk to you about a man that gave a speech, give me liberty or give me death, for a moment. I don't know if I'll preach tonight. I may just talk. I don't know, whatever the leading is, but I'm going to keep on making videos, keep on talking until I can get spurred in the hearts and minds of the American people that if we don't act now, all is lost. We better act. I understand the Bible prophecy is going to come to pass, but I'm telling you right now that I believe that when God had his eyes set on this nation being founded and us being prosperous, in the few hundred years we've been prosperous and given so much, he didn't in any way, shape, or form intend for us to turn our back on the liberties he gave us nor the freedoms. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. I've already told you, I'm neither one. I'm an independent. I'm a human being just like you are. I was born with it inside of me to want to be free. I was born with it inside of me to want to help others that help themselves and others that can't help themselves. I was born an American citizen. That's where God put me. And if you're an American tonight, I'm talking to you. You were born on American soil, you are an American citizen. You have certain rights that cannot be trampled on, but they are being trampled on. Listen to me for a minute. Let me talk to you about a man named Patrick Henry. March the 21st, 1775. No man thinks, and I'm quoting him, this is a speech that he gave. No man thinks highly than I do of the patriotism as well the abilities of every worthy gentleman who have just addressed the House. But different men often see the same subject in different lights. And therefore I hope it will not be thought disrespectful of those gentlemen entertaining as I do my opinions of character very opposite to theirs. Listen to me, people. If you want to be an independent thinker, please, I am begging you before it's too late, would you please think about what John McCain and Obama are thinking and what they are saying. Think about it. Let me tell you what they're thinking. All I want is power. That's what they want. They don't give a flying rip about you. And I'm telling you, all of you seduced by this Obama mania, he's just an eloquent speaker. He don't have the character, he don't have the backbone, and he sure don't have this. He's not a seasoned senator to do nothing. And when I say a seasoned senator, I'm not talking about John McCain neither. He fought for his country great, okay? He don't want to secure the borders. Obama don't want to secure the borders. Yes, I will agree right now. Listen to me, liberal. Listen to me, liberal, Democrat. I agree with you right now. We ought not to be in that war right now. I agree with you, okay? Did you hear me? I agree with you that we need to look for alternative fuels. Okay? I agree with that. Did you hear me? I agree with that. I agree that we should have freedoms and our freedoms should not be trampled on. I agree with that. And let me tell you again and reiterate one more time, I am not a liberal. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am an independent. Have been since I've been born and will be till the day I shut my eyes and I draw my last breath and God requires my soul. That's the difference in me and you, is I'm an independent. I'm not carried away by some eloquent speech. Do you understand me? I'm not carried away by somebody that's making promises to you. Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Liberal, where does he get the money from? Because I'm sick to death of giving them my money. I'm sick to death of it for them to squander it and waste it and to give it to somebody that's able to work that won't work. Did you hear me, Mr. Liberal? Mr. Republican, if you're listening or if you're watching, I'm sick to death of you overspending my money too. I'm sick of you just as much as I'm sick of that Democrats up there. I'm sick of them all. Do you know why? Because you've lied to us. You've not went by the Constitution. You don't give a rip about the Declaration of Independence. And Bush said it's just a blankety-blank piece of paper. No, it's a living, breathing document this nation was founded on, and we strayed away from it, and we strayed away from God, and we strayed away from being independent, and it's fixing to go in the tank. And it's going to be destroyed because of your stupidity, liberal, Democrat, and Republican. And by the way, American citizen watching this, you and I both are at blame for letting them get as much power as they got. Did you hear me? When the people fear the government, there's tyranny. When the government fears the people, we are at rest and at peace and in freedom. Do you understand me? It's simple as that. And if you believe this, don't believe that garbage on terrorism. They may be a Bin Laden in a cave somewhere. They may be terrorists want to take us out. But listen to me, we're more able to fight them with freedom than we are having to fight the terrorists and fight the cotton-picking police and fight the federal government. Think about it. Think about it. Think about what I'm telling you. I started reading what this man said, and here I go again. Well, I can't help it. I'm not by any way, shape, form, or fashion a mean person. I love my kids, I love my wife, I love my God, I love my country, and I love the people of this country. But wake up! It is time we woke up, my friend. It is time that we woke up before it's everlasting too late, and we are just, it's 10 minutes to midnight. At midnight it's going to be too late. It's 10 minutes to midnight. It's time to sound the alarm. It's time to blow the trumpet. It is time to be a watchman on the wall just like I am. Spread it. Let's have the revolution that's intended to save this nation for it's everlasting too late. They did it then. Right here they did it. Right here. When it becomes self-evident to every individual that's got a thinking mind that has not become a robot and a zombie of media and half-naked women and American Idol and all these cooking shows, and they flipped this house show, they guess what? They flipped them into bankruptcy. Quit watching all the garbage, man. Get your mind back to think before it's too late. They could care less about me and you, y'all. They could care less about us. I'm telling you to rise up. Rise up now before it's too late. Please. Please think about what I'm telling you tonight, people. Think about it. Rise up. The government has become a fascism 101 class. That's what it is. It has literally become fascism, dictatorship, stealing all your rights, stealing all your privacy, and the documents and the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, glory to God, the Constitution says they can't do it, regardless of what. They're not supposed to be able to take your freedoms away, my friend, and they took them. They took them, and whether it's Bush has been the main puppet on it, but I'm telling you, Democrat and Republican both are guilty. Guilty. They're guilty. Every one of them ought to be thrown in jail. They ought to be thrown into camps as built, glory to God. I'm not getting into that. You heard what I said. You ought to be thrown in own camps that you built. Let me get back to reading this document. Glory to God. He says, yeah, in other words, he's saying, I hope it won't be disrespectful to those gentlemen that I shall speak my sentiments freely and without reserve. You know, I hope you don't seem this disrespectful, whoever's watching it, but I have to speak it without reserve. If I hold back, I'm a hypocrite. So I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to read on this document this man produced out of his heart. He didn't. Hey, and by the way, he spoke from the heart. He didn't speak from a teleprompter like Obama and McCain does. Notice this about them. When they ain't in front of the teleprompter, they stutter. They stammer like a blibbling idiot. Yeah, that's exactly right. They have to have somebody write their speech for them. I'll be back in a minute. We're shouting freedom tonight. Glory to God. Be right back. Part 2.